welcome out to Dudley Baptist Church. You see it, we're here in the sanctuary. We got a couple of big faces from Dudley, Georgia. Of course, the mayor of Dudley, and then your head pastor here at Dudley Baptist Church, Pastor Matt Green in the house. And we're here and we're excited. One, Easter's coming up and we're doing it a little bit different this year at Dudley Baptist, or in the city of Dudley, I should say. We've got the big sunrise service coming up this year in addition to the Easter service that we always have. So yeah, take it away. Tell me about the sunrise service.
So within the city of Dudley, we've had a vision to have a community-wide Easter sunrise service, and we've thrown that idea around a lot in the past, and just hadn't really, the timing of it just didn't ever work out. But then Pastor Matt was talking about, did we have a sunrise service here at Dudley Baptist, and the staff was sharing with him that we have had that vision within the city to have a community-wide sunrise service. And so the city's having a sunrise service. Dudley Baptist is sponsoring the sunrise service. We're going to have it down at the Dudley Little League Fields. Dudley Baptist is also sponsoring a breakfast that morning. So we'd love for everyone to come out, enjoy that morning, and just celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So we're very thankful for Dudley Baptist in sponsoring this. And Pastor Matt, I'll let you speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, Pastor Matt. Tell me about this partnership here with the big city of Dudley, the great city of Dudley.
Well, thank you for the question, Jackson. It's an honor to be able to come along beside the city and to offer an event or assist in an event like this. So kind of backtrack just a little bit. We were, as Jason was saying, the staff, we were in staff meeting. We were trying to pre-plan for Easter Sunday and things of that nature. And I just posed the question as far as a sunrise service. And the staff shared with me that years ago, Dudley Baptist used to have a sunrise service. And that's been confirmed from some of our tenured members. But they also shared the fact that they knew that Jason, being the mayor of Dudley, had a vision to have a sunrise service for the city, and which that's a vision that I had, was to have a sunrise service for the church. But there's no better way as a church in the community of Dudley to be a community supporting church than to pick up the phone and call Jason and have a conversation with Jason. Hey, Jason, understand this has been on your heart for the city of Dudley to have a sunrise service. If that's something that is still a vision for you and the city of Dudley, man, we would love to come along beside you and support that. And offer breakfast and things of that nature, and offer music and a service. And so we're just glad to be able to come along beside the city of Dudley and sponsor and support the vision that Jason had for not just Dudley Baptist Church, but for all the residents in Dudley, and of course those that may be outside of the city limits of Dudley as well.
For sure. Yeah, let's talk more about the vision of this thing. So, of course, not just Dudley Baptist, it's the city of Dudley, and I can think of maybe 5 churches in the city limits. Are they going to be participating in this in any way, or are we going to bring all the churches together for this thing?
So Dudley Baptist is sponsoring this year. You never know where it might go in the future, but Dudley Baptist is the sponsor this year, and so we'll see where we go from there. But we're just excited to have, a service for the entire community.
Yeah, no doubt. So important. And Pastor Matt, I think, have you ever preached at a sunrise service? Are you preaching at this one?
Yes. I was told, well, okay, you get to preach this one, preacher. So, but to answer your question at large, yes. So my first church that I pastored, Unity Baptist Church in Sylvester, Georgia, we had an annual sunrise service.
Gotcha.
And in Moultrie at Kingwood, we did not. But I'm excited to be able to get back to having a sunrise service. And so that service will consist of, we'll start at 7:15 up at Dudley Little League in the top shelf, or at least that's what I'm calling it, right above the the top field,
Okay.
because that's the flattest place. We
Sure,
want to make
I
sure
got
it's
you.
advantageous for people to be able to walk. And of course, bring a chair. We will have
There you
some
go.
chairs available if people forget to bring one. But we will start at 7:15. So you might want to come a little early.
Yeah.
And then we're planning on the service being no more than about 30 minutes, about 3 songs and a short message. And Dudley Baptist is in the sponsoring of this event, is going to provide breakfast. We have about 20 breakfast casseroles that are going to show up, and
Nice.
we have about 200 sausage and biscuits that we're going to have prepared, with juice, milk, coffee, and that's going to be held in the Dudley Boys and Girls Club. And so once the service is completed, we'll make our way down the hill to the Boys and Girls Club for breakfast. And, you know, with everything being self-serve like that, about 20, 30 minutes. So we should have you turned around somewhere around 8:15, 8:20. So if you need to get back to get changed,
Sure.
or make your way to your own church. And of course, if you don't have a church, we'd love for you to come join us here. Our regular service times will be as scheduled,
Right, there
if you
you go.
will.
Yeah.
9:15 our connection hour, and then 10:30 our worship service.
Gotcha. There you go. And you know, talking about staying with the sunrise service, and you know, I've never been to one, never participated in one, but I can imagine it's so special that, you know, the symbolism, right? I mean, the tomb is empty, and now you've seen that sun rise up on Easter morning. I can imagine that's going to be special for us.
Yeah, Jason, you want to talk about how we positioned up everything up there and kind of tried to get pretty strategic with that.
Right. So yeah, the sun comes up about right over that area
Right.
where
Yeah.
we're going to be placed there. So yeah, I agree. I've never been to a sunrise service. I've been out at sunrise on Easter, but not a sunrise service for the church. But yeah, I think that symbolism of sunrise and the tomb is empty, and man, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and we're getting to celebrate that first thing that morning, I think is very, very important. I think it's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it.
No doubt it's going to be special. And you mentioned the location of it. Let's break it down again. So is it going to be where with the big tree? Am I picturing that right or no?
Yeah, it'll be right close to the big tree. The big tree will be back behind
The softball
yeah,
field there?
Yep.
Yep.
So between the softball field and Field Street
Okay.
will be where it's at.
Gotcha. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Pastor Matt Green, my dad, Mayor Dudley Jason Locke. We'll take a break. Y'all stay with us.
At Central Georgia Primary Care, we are dedicated to improving your health and quality of life throughout Lawrence County with state-of-the-art facilities. We are your one-stop shop for all things health care, and there's a location near you no matter where you live. Central Georgia Primary Care is located at 406 Central Drive in East Dublin and just off Hillcrest, at 101 Mercer Drive, and in Dublin at 230 Industrial Boulevard. North, south, east, or west, there's a Central Georgia Primary Care centrally located near you.
Dublin's newest and most modern hotel is the Hampton Inn and Suites. Relax and enjoy your stay while near the best in dining, golf courses, and business centers. Start your day with a free hot breakfast. Enjoy our pool, indoor fitness center, and Wi-Fi. Plan your next family reunion, meeting, training session, or social gathering at Hampton Inn and Suites, 103 Travel Center, located by Longhorn and Cracker Barrel. Hampton Inn and Suites by Hilton.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sitting here at Dudley Baptist Church right here in the heart of Dudley, Georgia with Pastor Matt Green, Mayor Jason Locke. And let's talk about Easter, guys. I mean, that's what it's all about. And we'll go to Pastor Matt with this one. Well, really, we got 2 ordained ministers right here, so I could go to both of y'all. But let's talk about it, man. The meaning of Easter, why are we celebrating this sunrise service? One of y'all.
You want that, or you want me to take that?
I'll defer to you, Pastor, on that question.
Well, you know, Jason and Jackson, that is It's a great question, to be honest with you, but I just put it to you like this. Without Easter, without the resurrection of Jesus, we have no hope.
Right.
Jesus in his resurrection not only satisfied the Old Testament sacrificial system in his death, but he overcomes death in the resurrection. So for that, that just solidifies what we have in salvation.
Yeah.
Him offering that which we cannot offer on our own, and that is an unblemished, pure sacrifice. So Jesus satisfies that. He dies, and then, of course, in his resurrection, overcoming death, proving to us that there's hope for something other than what we see today. There is life after death.
Right.
And all of that was completed not only on the cross, but the fulfillment of that we know takes place in his resurrection. You have that recording in the Gospels where the ladies, they come to the tomb, and the stones rolled away. And one of the greatest parts in that story that I really like is there's a folding of those burial clothes. And for that time, it symbolized that if someone folded their napkins, that they were finished, and there's a lot of symbolism
Right.
in that. And Jesus, he brings a finality to what we would think would be us trying to work our way, or us trying to earn our way, or an Old Testament sacrificial system that was an external cleansing, and God cleanses us from the inside out, and it's finished, it's done.
Right.
And man, there's no greater day to celebrate, and for me, no better time to celebrate than doing that in a sunrise service. Man, wouldn't we all love to have been there?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pastor Matt, you talk about the symbolism of the clothes there, the burial clothes, and also on the cross, Jesus says, "It is finished." Right. Let's talk more about that. What is finished? Right. What is Jesus talking about there?
So that's a great question, and scholars would go, to a couple different places, more than likely, depending on where you line up theologically.
Sure.
But it is finished for me is to say that the Old Testament sacrificial system, the offering of blood, that approach to trying to find yourself back right with God, is complete. It's done. It's finished. We have the recordings there of the veil being torn from top to bottom,
Right.
Symbolizing that at the death of Jesus, the Bible tells us in the book of Hebrews that he passed through the heavens into a sanctuary that was not made by hands. It's a perfect sanctuary. And the veil contained the inner sanctuary, if you will, for those priests to go into and enter into the presence of the Lord to make those sacrificial offerings, those blood atoning offerings for us or for them in the Old Testament. Right. You with me?
I'm with you.
And so when Jesus dies on the cross, most conservative theologians would hold to the fact that tearing of the veil, that separation, because now the blood of Jesus is the final atonement on that mercy seat. And God reveals himself in tearing the veil from top to bottom, symbolizing to us that all can come to
Right.
Christ and come to God and enter into his presence.
Right.
And he does it once and for all, and he does it for all who would believe and receive. And that's the greatest gospel story.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's so important there. The tearing of the veil, it symbolizes anybody has access to God now and can talk to God, a personal relationship with God now, due to what Jesus did for us on the cross. And can't forget that on Easter Sunday for sure. And Pastor Matt, I interviewed you when you first got here, and now, how long you been here now?
I think I've been here I'm in my 9th month.
Ninth
or
month.
Fixing to start my 10th.
Okay. Starting to become home for you.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Tell me about these 10 months or 9 months here.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. My wife and I, we're settling in, getting to know some people outside of the church, which is always good, because we want to. I don't want to just be a pastor to the people of Dudley Baptist Church. I want to be a pastor to the people of Lawrence County, and so we're getting an opportunity to get to meet some people and get to know some folks, and so it's been good. Your dad and the guys, they've received me well. They hadn't been too rough on me, so transition's been good, and we enjoy it. We really enjoy being here.
For sure, man. So happy to have you here, Pastor Matt. And Easter Sunday, I don't want to say extra pressure or anything like that, but preparing for an Easter message, is there anything different for you than any other Sunday?
All right. So hey, man, you led me into the invite to Easter Sunday. Our sunrise service will be a traditional, what I would call a traditional Easter sermon. Okay. We're going to talk about the proof is in the pudding.
Right.
And you say, whoa, wait a minute, what do you mean? Well, you have the immediate people, the ladies that come, they see Christ, and then he continues to appear multiple times to multiple people before his ascension into heaven. So people saw him, people touched him, people walked with him. The 2 guys on the road to Emmaus, they did not recognize him until he broke bread with them. And then they were, oh man, this is the Christ. This is the one.
Right.
So that message will take place during the sunrise service. Gotcha. And to be quite honest with you, as a minister of the gospel, hey, listen, you always love preaching Christmas, and you always love preaching Easter, but sometimes if you're not careful, you'll sit back and scratch your head and say, how many Christmas sermons and how many Easter sermons can you really find and write and come up with?
Sure.
But for our regular service, we're actually going to start working through 1 Peter in an expository sermon series. And so Easter Sunday, the 10:30 service will be from 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 1 through 4.
Okay.
And the reason we're going there is a couple different reasons, but the main one, in the first 9 verses of 1 Peter, we see the saving work of God. And so we're going to be preaching about that saving work of God, what he offers to us. And Peter's actually addressing believers who at that time were part of a dispersion and they were suffering. And you may look around Dudley Baptist Church, or folks watching this, they may look on the inside of their church and you may see a few people suffering, but these folks are suffering because of the gospel.
Right.
I believe those days are coming for us, if not already. Where Christians are scrutinized and Christians are made fun of. So we could say that we're suffering to a degree, but the one thing that we have to remember is the divine supremacy of God and what God has done for us. And even in the midst of suffering, we can find joy.
Right.
Well, the only way we can find joy in the midst of suffering is to really understand that saving work that God offers to us through his son Christ, and without Easter we wouldn't have it.
For sure. Yeah.
So that's where we're going, so y'all come and join us for that.
Yeah, for sure. So sunrise service 7:15,
Right.
and then 9:30.
9:15.
15 connection, and then 10:30.
Worship service.
Worship service in here. And going back to the sunrise service, of course, Dudley Little League president right here to my right. How special is it to have those fields right there, and to be able to have an Easter sunrise service right there on the complex right there?
Yeah, I mean, it's really special in that, you know, kids are playing ball there all week, and that property's being used for families to come and enjoy playing ball there. But then I believe God is teaching me, it taught me that, you know, through every aspect of life, He placed us here wherever, and that applies to everyone.
Right.
Well, God places you where you are, right? So I'm super excited about being able to be a part of a sunrise service in our community, because that's where God has placed me. That's where God has placed us.
Right.
And there'll be sunrise services all
That's right.
all over the place in each community, and God has placed us here for the purpose of sharing about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. I'm not going to be in Dudley forever,
Right.
you know, but our identity is in Jesus Christ, and being able to share that as a community and invite everyone in to be able to celebrate the fact that Jesus died and rose again for us, you know, and that's really exciting.
No doubt, yeah. So special to be able to bring this here to Dudley, Georgia. Y'all come on out if you need a spot. We're going to take one more break. Y'all stay with us.
North, south, east, or west, Friendly Gus is on your way today. Fuel up with Friendly Gus's delicious breakfast, made fresh every day. Your wallet and your belly will thank you. Choose from our 20, 40, and 60-piece chicken finger and wing platters. And don't forget the tater logs. Our food is always fresh and our service is always friendly. Friendly Gus, on your way today. Also shop Cochran Brothers Cash and Carry at 320 South Jefferson in Dublin for additional items like paper products, chicken wings, bulk drinks, spices, sauces, and more. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rural, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Renton. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op.
All right, welcome back. And hey, we are excited here. We got to hit on it one more time. Let's get all of the important information out there, okay? So, sunrise service coming here to Dudley, Georgia. Location, where's it at?
At the Dudley Little League fields.
Yep.
Up on the hill between the softball field and Field Street. So if you familiar with where the old school was,
Okay,
park in the parking lot of the old school and come in the gate right there.
right there. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then you can hear the message right there from Pastor Matt. And
Right.
who's leading worship? We're going to have Dudley Baptist on the worship as well.
Yeah, Miles Johnston,
Okay.
our worship pastor here, he'll be leading the worship that morning.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then food will be provided afterwards. Is the rumor I'm hearing at the Boys and Girls Club, right?
That's
And
right.
we're gonna have a lot of women from or men. Hey, if you can make a breakfast casserole, I'm sure we'll take it. Lots of breakfast casseroles. Breakfast will be served after the service, so get rid of that excuse. Come on out for it. Just going to be a great day here in Dudley, no doubt about it. I know we're excited about it. I know Pastor Matt, you're excited about getting out there for it. So I cannot wait for it. And what would somebody be missing if they don't come out to the sunrise service? Well, somebody take that away for me. Why should they come out?
To celebrate the risen Savior.
Right.
And do that with your community. Again, that we're planted here in this community, and we can celebrate that as a community right there and at sunrise. I just think it's going to be a special time. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, no doubt. Going to be special, ladies and gentlemen. Come on out. What's the date on Easter? Does anybody know that off the top?
Tonight.
April 9th.
April 9th. Come on out, April 9th. Easter Sunday, if you're looking for a church. after the sunrise service, come on out to Dudley, 915 Connection, 10:30 worship service. It's going to be a great day here in Dudley, Georgia, Easter Sunday. Y'all come on out.